Hey there, it's Scott with iMotion Video. Each week, we like to showcase a couple videos that we worked on for clients to give you some ideas on how to use video in your business to attract leads and generate sales. Here's Jason Anderson, our CEO, with one such example.
Hey everybody, welcome. And today we're going to be going over the third blog post of the year 2014. But don't worry, if you're coming here at a later date, this information that we're getting ready to share with you is going to be timeless because we're going to be sharing information about video production, the breakdown of it, and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with time, okay? So that being said, what we're going to talk about today is a video that we had a pretty hard time with. I'll give you some background on it. The video was given to us through our Discount Video Production Club, and how it works is people log in, they submit their video scripts and hit enter, and then it goes into production here at iMotion Video. So what was given to us is an audio script, no images, and a website that was dead. In other words, a website that's not even live right now, so we couldn't check anything on that. So we had very little to work with, just the script. So we're going to show you the video, then I'm going to have Dan come in, and he's going to show you what he did and his thought processes were to make the video come to life and make it really, really pop based upon what they gave us. And you'll notice throughout the video here, no offense to anybody who wrote the script, but I think there's some things that can be done to this video, at least on the script portion, to make it more effective. And we're going to talk about that as well. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to watch the video, then I'm going to have Dan go through and explain what he did to make it, and then I'm going to get back on my computer, and I'm going to show you the script and kind of a breakdown of what I probably would have done to make it a little bit better. So here we go. Have fun.
In order to lose fat the quick way, one should know that there is no shortcut way to do this. Shortcut approaches and techniques only lead to trouble in the long run. So in order to lose fats fast, one should modify his lifestyle into something that is more health-friendly. Losing fats isn't impossible even for the extremely morbidly obese people. Instead, it's quite possible if you have the proper consistency in your personality and if you choose the right way to do so. This is quite important because if you do unnecessary struggle or exercises that are not helping you with your objective, then you're more likely to give up or get frustrated. So it's best you take help from a professional. Following the right techniques and taking into consideration the precautionary measures, one can definitely lose fat fast. There are several ways to lose weight or burn fat rapidly. For more info, go to www.hiphopfittv.com.
Hey everyone, it's Dan here with this week's video breakdown, so let's get right to it. The client provided no assets or instructions with their submission, just the script, which sometimes can pose a challenge. Since there's a website URL in the script during the call to action, I first decided to check that out to get any color schemes or possible assets or screen grabs, but the site was still under construction, so nothing to pull from there. I went ahead and read through the script a couple times to get familiar with it and to get my creative thoughts flowing. I decided to use more of a clip art style graphic, along with light kinetic textography to keep it moving along and fresh. Since it's about losing weight, I took some of our stock assets to have a wheel of junk food that I could repurpose later in the video, as well as animate in fun ways to keep the video moving. After I took that out, I decided it was a good point for some kinetic text revealed in through different styles. Covering the red text with a red box, sliding the white text into place over the red, wiped away with my fat guy graphic. The script then reads, one should modify his lifestyle into something that is more health-friendly. So I figured this would be a good place to recycle the junk food wheel and transform it into more healthy foods. We then move into losing fat isn't impossible, so I decided to give my fat guy graphic a trim to represent him losing weight. After I trimmed him, I realized he still had a burger on his shirt. A fit guy would have fit food, so I decided to replace the burger with an apple. I then did some kinetic text as if moving the camera back to reveal more text, as well as graphical elements as the script talks about avoiding unnecessary struggles. Coming from an animation background, I decided to animate a few of the graphics to bring them to life, keeping them more interesting to hold the viewer's attention. I decided to do more action text, building on itself until the call to action falls into place, finishing the video off, making the client look great.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you going over in detail how you made that video. That was actually ended up being a pretty good video on the production end, I think. But one of the things that we really need to concentrate on here is, the effectiveness. So my question to you is, how effective do you think this video is going to be for our client? Before we started this, before we showed you how we put the video together, I came on and told you that there's probably some issues with the script, right? I think that the video has some work, and some, seriously, you need to is this really going to drive quality traffic to his site? Those are some questions that I'm wondering here, because really the video was kind of bad. In my opinion, my crystal ball or my gut feeling says that it's going to bomb. This video itself, I hate to say it, but I just don't think it's going to do anything or do very much. It's not going to be very effective for our client. It has nothing to do with the product, and it obviously doesn't have anything to do with the video production. I mean, if you listen to that video again, go back and listen to our voice actress, Robin. She did a phenomenal job of turning a pretty boring script into, turn it into life. And then, of course, Dan really added the visuals to it. So it's not the quality of the video production. It has everything to do with the script. And as I was reading the video script itself, getting prepared to talk about how we made these videos, it's like, man, it kind of reminded me of a low-cost article that was made for SEO purposes. And turns out I'm right, because before I decided to shoot this video, I wanted to get a hold of our client that we were making this video about, this video example, just to make sure that he was okay with us going over the video and coming up with some suggestions like what we're doing right now. And he did say it's okay. So basically I got a hold of him and he said, yeah, everything's cool with it. That really was part of a script of a article that he had written. It was literally like the last paragraph of, an 8-paragraph article that he had. He just didn't know what else to submit. So he figured he'd give us the script and we add our magic to it. So we did everything we possibly could, but I think it could be much, much better. So let's go back and take a look at the script that he gave us again. You just watched the video, but here it is right here. And obviously you're going to see how well our actress did, because I'm not very good at reading these scripts. And when you read this, it really is, it's pretty boring, actually. It says, in order to lose fat the quick way, one should know that there's no shortcut way to do this. Shortcut approaches and techniques only lead to trouble in the long run. So in order to lose fats, one should modify his diets into something that is more health friendly and blah, blah, blah. It goes on and on and on, all the way down to the bottom there, where the call to action is, to get more information, go to hiphopfittv.com. And, it just doesn't speak to me. I don't think it speaks to anybody. It's there's really nothing. There's no substance in here. There's nothing that's getting the person to really want to go to Hip Hop Fit TV. Right? It's not serving the purpose. The video is not fitting the what it's supposed to do. It's to drive traffic. So let's fix this. And within the next few minutes, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about script writing, okay, for your videos, not for articles, but for videos, because it's a different medium, obviously. So more specifically, we're going to talk about writing video scripts that's going to drive traffic to your websites. Remember, when you're making a video, you need to think about what you want this video to do. So we're focusing on strictly traffic generation videos. This is not a lead generation video. This is not a sales video. So wrap your mind around that. You're driving traffic to your websites. So we're going to do this in 4 easy steps. This is really an easy thing to do. Once you get good at this, you can start banging out scripts for your business. You can do a script a day easily, because you're doing this in under 20 minutes. And if you use these 4 steps, it's going to be really easy. So let's move on to step 1. I'm going to explain what the steps are, and then we're going to go ahead and break down the steps into this Hip Hop Fit TV video and kind of come up with a new script for it, right? So step number 1 is you need to begin with the end in mind. Now, that is a famous step or famous principle from the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, written by Stephen Covey, the late Stephen Covey, by the way. And I think it was the second habit of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And when I say begin with the end in mind, everybody writes their script from the top to the bottom. Think about the bottom to the top. What do you want your customer to do, or the viewer to do? You need to have only one thing. This is a 45-second to 60-second video that we're doing strictly for traffic generation. We're not trying to educate them about the world. We're not trying to educate them about every single thing about our business. We're focusing on one thing. What do we want that person to do? So we're going to actually write our call to action first, not last. because that's going to set the stage for the rest of the video scripting. Now, keep in mind, I'm explaining this and it's taking a little bit longer, but this should literally take you 10 seconds because you know what you want your client to do. You know what you need to have happen. What needs to happen with this viewer, right? What do you want them to do next? Do you want them to call your office? Do you want them to go to a website so that they can maybe opt in and give you their name and email address so you can market with them or so you can sell them something? Do you want them to watch another video in a series, or do you want them to actually come to your store? So these are all things you need to think about. What do you want that viewer to do when they're done watching this video? So again, 10 seconds right there. Think about, what do I want that person to do? Begin with the end in mind. So now step number 2 is, before you're going to write anything except for that call to action, you just wrote the call to action, and you're going to decide, where am I going to put this? Reason why you need to do that is because this is really going to set the tone of how you're talking to your person who's viewing that video. You're going to talk to that person a little bit differently if you're putting this video on Facebook than if you were putting it on a blog post, most likely, because you're going to you need to keep that conversation in mind. So think about, where are you going to put this? It's not going to be a video that's meant for everywhere. It's definitely not meant for TV, right? You're using this to drive traffic from the internet. So you need to ask yourself, where's this traffic coming from? Is it going to be from YouTube? Is it going to be from Facebook? We need to stay on focus, and you need to stay on purpose here, and include it into the conversation where you're going to put that video. Hopefully that makes sense. So step 3 is to identify your qualifying, attention-getting headline. Now, don't get this confused with any text, right? Or the title of your video, or anything that's going to surround your video. So if you're going to put this video like on YouTube, it has nothing to do with the name of the video. This is everything to do with the script. What the voiceover, or what you're saying in the video if you're making this yourself. This is basically the glue to keep this person involved with your video or to move them away from it, right? Your primary goal is to attract or to repel. So you want to make sure that that person who's watching the video understands that, yes, I need to continue watching this video, or no, this video is not for me. And so you're getting that done in your first sentence, and we're going to talk about this here a little bit more as we rewrite the script. So step number 4 is the meat of your actual video script. You've already come up with the call to action, and you are qualifying your audience based upon a good solid question or a statement that qualifies them in their mind that they're watching the right video. So now what you're doing is, you're not trying to sell your business here. You have one thing in mind here. Remember, this is a driving traffic video. You're driving traffic people who are watching this video. Your goal is to get them to go to a website, at least for this particular example. So that's the only thing that we need to write about. We need to write about the script needs to give them the reasons why. That is your primary call to action. And once you understand that, the stress of trying to come up with these scripts are going to disappear, because people, the most common objection I get from people when they're when they don't submit video scripts to me, or when they're struggling with it, is they just don't know what to write about. So if you already know what you want that person to do, now just think about what would benefit them to do what you're asking them to do. I want you to go to my website. Why? Because I have I've got freebies for you. Go over to my website so you can get them. That's really all that is, right? So let's go ahead and take these 4 steps. It's a lot easier than it sounds because I've gone over in detail, but here, let's go ahead and rewrite this script here. So on step 1, determine your call to action, right? We know right away that we want the person to go to Hip Hop Fit TV. So, I'm coming up, the first thing I'm thinking of, to download your free solution guide, go to hiphopfittv.com. Now, I don't know if this person has, or if this client has a solution guide or whatever they have, because remember, Hip Hop Fit TV right now is not even live. It's a dead website. So this is just for example purposes. I want them to go to Hip Hop Fit TV to download whatever it is that we're giving away. So we have our purpose there. Number 2, let's go ahead and decide where the video is going to reside. We know we're going to be putting this on YouTube and probably Facebook. So now that's going to gel how I'm going to write this script. I know that it's going to be on those places, right? So here on step number 3, basically, I'm going to think this out, and on a piece of paper, I'm just going to write down attention-getting headlines. And remember, those attention-getting headlines are meant to repel or attract people to continue to watching the video. Because honestly, if there's somebody who's super thin, I don't want to try to sell them on the fact that they need to lose weight, because they're just not going to buy anything from me, right? So we need to tell them, you're watching the right video, or hey, you're not watching the right video, it's time to move on. So a couple of things that I thought of right here is, do you want to lose weight? If you're having trouble losing weight, we have a solution for you. Another one is, you want to know the easiest and fastest way to lose weight safely. These are all hooks that are basically getting that person who's viewing that, if they are the target the person that I want, yes, they're watching the right video. And you'll notice here that I've got a pro tip. What you want to do when you're writing these scripts, when you're writing these things out, don't be so proper when you're writing this out. Like, for example, you'll notice that I have want to lose weight instead of want to lose weight, because if you're going to read this script word for word, it's not going to sound natural if you say want to lose weight fast. I mean, unless if that's how you sound. But write it as if you are talking, okay? Same thing goes with, like, we get a lot of scripts that say, here is the top 5 things that, that make you stumble, or something like that. When it should be something like, here's the top 5 things that make you stumble. It's just something that makes the script go along and sound so much better once, whether you're doing it or especially if you're having a voiceover do it, so that it sounds really natural. Okay. So now I know what my qualifying attention headline is. Now what I'm going to do here is decide where is it going to be. Of course, I know that it's on, Step 4, there we go. All right, so step 4, we're going to list the benefits to the call to action. Remember, I'm not trying to sell anything here except for the benefits to call to action. So I'm just going to assume that, that we have this product here, and I'm just thinking of the benefits here is that they're going to get, if they go there, I'm going to give them my 6-week nutrition guide so they know exactly what to eat based upon their body type. I'm also going to give them a workout guide for 6 weeks to accompany the eating guide. So you've got an eating guide and an exercise guide, right? So anyways, that's what we're going to, those are the benefits. So I'm going to take all of these things here and put it together and spend probably about 20 minutes after I write these things down to come up with the script to make all this stuff gel. I know what the call to action is. I know where the video is going to be, so I want to talk to them in a certain way, in a certain tone, and I know the benefits of that call to action. So now it's just a matter of making a 60-second video script from that, and this is what I came up with here. So if you take a look at this here, you want to know the easiest and fastest way to lose weight safely? Look, if you've got 50 pounds or more to lose, we know it's an uphill battle, but don't give up just yet. We understand that you've tried exercise and diets that haven't worked. That's why we've created a 6-week program to prove that it can be done without the struggle and disappointment of past failures. So head on over to Hip Hop Fit TV to register for our free 6-week Prove It program. You'll get our 6-week nutrition guide to know exactly what to eat, and 6 weeks of exercise from home guide and progress workbook. To get both of these action guides at no cost, just head on over to hiphopfittv.com. And that's it, guys. That's now obviously it can be written in any other way, but that's just without knowing the business or without knowing anything, I can easily come up with a quick 60-second video script that is going to be a lot more effective than, once I know what my objectives are for that video. So guys, if you have learned anything or if you need any help with this, just leave a comment below. We really would love to see what you're getting from these blog post videos as we go. This is our 3rd one that we've done this year, and we'll continue to release at least one a week. So leave your comment below, and really hope that you're getting a lot out of these videos. Have a great day.